Why hello everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pondu. Welcome back to another video. So of course Chantal uploaded another video and it is called So I Spent 12 Hours in Observation for Hyperglycemia, which apparently is high blood sugar, which not surprising, especially with the way that she's been eating here recently. Now I don't know if the 12-hour thing is true. If it's not true, I've heard conflicting things from people up in Canada being like, no, that's completely crazy, but then there's other people it's like, no, that's completely true. So I have no idea. I'm in the States. I have no comprehension when it comes to this. So and I'm also not a doctor or a medical professional, etc., etc. But with that out of the way, let's see what Chantal has to say today, shall we?
Hello, foodie beauties.
But still can plug the cameo though, I see.
Very calm and peaceful. I love it.
Well, hello guys. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you about my story time of me being in the hospital yesterday. So I was in the ER for, sorry for the sun dust, for like 12 hours. So here's what happened. So yesterday I had a eye doctor appointment. So I went to the eye doctor appointment, and then, you know, as I was pulling into the driveway, I felt dizzy, and I noticed I was a lot more dizzy and like my vision was more blurry than usual. And then during the exam, they had to put
blurrier than usual. Should you be driving if your vision's blurry? I don't know if that's the safest thing, but I would definitely suggest that you need glasses because she broke the ones that she had in Kuwait allegedly from stepping on them. But yeah, be safe, girl.
Put these contrast eye drops in to see behind my eyes, and it made my vision even more blurry, so I had to wait in my car to even drive. And I noticed that the dizziness wasn't going away. The blurry vision went away enough that I could drive. So I thought, I'm gonna go to the hospital and I'm going to get checked out, because
which, isn't that funny, the system that you were complaining about taxes you. Oh, if there's something wrong, oh no, we're gonna be using that service even though you complained about that same exact service that you didn't pay for. Very interesting.
You know, you hear horror stories.
I'm also saying that she shouldn't go, but like it's kind of ironic whenever there's something wrong, she uses the services that she complains about
Diabetes, ketoacidosis, hyperglycemia, going into diabetic coma. So I decided to go to the emergency because the walk-in clinics were pretty full for the day, and I don't have a family doctor. There's a wait list, okay? So in Ontario. So I went to the ER and they have all my file there already, so that's good. It didn't look too busy when I got there. Honestly, I thought it was going to be kind of in and out kind of thing. You know, they would prescribe insulin or something. That's what I thought, and I would get to go. So no, I told them my symptoms. She pricked my finger, took my blood sugar. It was 23. I'll try to put the conversion here somewhere in MGDL, but that's MMOL. And
we're back over 400. Girlie, what have you been eating behind the scenes? I know that you went to like that buffet and you had that chocolate, but like that's the numbers that you had in Kuwait when you were eating really, really not the best. So I can only imagine.
It's that's very high. So they were surprised how high it was. So
oh, yeah, I bet. I am. Oh, girl, it's now or never, Chantal. I hate being that morbid, but like now or never, especially now or never.
Then, you know, she said, okay, she took all my information. She said, now we're going to have you register. So I went to register. They give you that arm bracelet thing. So then ECG, I think it's ECG tech came and said, we're going to do an ECG. So they take me to this little room, like ECG. I guess they're just trying to rule everything out. They hooked me up, did the ECG.
Okay, so EKG. Okay, I was wondering, but yeah, I'm assuming she means EKG because they hook you up, you lay there for a few minutes and they like read your heart.
ECG. Then I had to wait in the waiting room, and I was waiting for a long time, you know, and I was just like, I saw groups of people that I know registered after me go before me, okay? Now, a little cute French And I'm French Canadian, so I can make fun of the accent. I'm not making fun. I'm just going to try to imitate it because, you know, it makes the video more interesting. I don't know. You can laugh at me. No, but she came by and she was a volunteer. You know, those like cute little old lady volunteers that are so nice. And she said, "Wow, you've been waiting here a lot, eh?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "What's your name? I will go check." I said, "Chantal." And she knows how to say my name because she's French Canadian. So she said, "Oh, Chantal, salut, okay. I will go check. I will come right back." So she came back and she said, "They didn't forget you, but they're waiting for your ECG results to figure out where to put you, because there's different areas of the emergency. Okay, there's urgent care, which you have to follow the yellow dots for, which is like my."
And I'm also noticing that Pinky is just doing a lot of aerobics today. I mean, probably not super happy that she had to wait, what was it, like 12 hours in the emergency, but
minor things. And then there's observation, and that's if they need to monitor you, you know, hook you up and monitor you and stuff. Follow the green dots. And then there's emergent care, follow the blue dots, which I don't even know what that means. So anyways, after a while, you know, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You know, they haven't called me. Sure enough, the minute I sit down on the toilet seat, they call my name, so I have to hurry up. And I go out, I'm like, "Yes, me." So the nice lady, she's like, "Follow me, I show you where you go." And so I was expecting to go to the yellow dots. Sure enough, I was expecting to go to the yellow dots. Well, to my surprise, I was asked to go to observation. So I was getting a little worried. You know, they're waiting for my ECG results. I have to go to observation. But they did blood work while I was waiting in the ER waiting room. Actually, they did blood work and hooked up an IV, you know, just in case they need to draw blood and give fluids. All right. So I get to my room in observation. There's less rooms in this area. It's more small, you know, and intensive. And there's like, I have to put on a gown that didn't fit. So I had the gown half on. And then I just made sure to keep the curtain closed. And my nurse comes in. She's like, "Hi, I don't know why you're here, but I'll find out." I was like, "All right." So I had to retell my story. You always have to anyways. They want to hear what you have to say. Asking me symptoms, all this and that. She hooked me up. My oxygen sat was 97, which is fine. My blood pressure was 135 over, I don't even know. And they didn't seem concerned with that. And so they did take some blood they just put the tube into the IV thing and take the blood that way. Very convenient. Instead of sticking you all the time, you know. So my blood sugar started at 23 when I went in there. So I presented with, the doctor came in, it was a resident doctor. She said, "You have hyperglycemia." And she said, "If you didn't come when you did, I suspect that it would have developed into like ketoacidosis because of the symptoms you had." Now
yeah, wow, it's amazing what everyone has probably been telling you here recently. Like, wow, isn't that just amazing? Wow, it's like people know things or something. I mean, I'm glad that you went to go see a doctor to finally get it through your skull that people have been telling you that this is serious. But, like, wow, it's bad, Chantal. It's really, really bad. And the fact that it went up again after you went back home and you've been eating like garbage, now or never.
Blood test came back that my blood wasn't acidic, but she thought that it could develop potentially into that. And so I said, "Oh, well, that's nice." You know, that's not scary at all. Basically, I'm learning that diabetes is really no joke. So,
well, yeah, again, wow, amazing what, you know, everyone's been saying, like, this is really scary, this is really dangerous, and yet you're like laughing it off and, you know, not making it into a really big deal. It's scary. I mean, I don't like her as much as the next person, do not get me wrong, but it's scary. It's really scary.
So I do feel like an ass just laughing and having a good time eating plates of Chinese food the other day. Yeah, I do.
Oh, and that big turkey and whatever else was in that bag that you showed us, that was huge.
Anyway, pardon my language. She said, we're gonna give you insulin and try to get your blood sugar down. We want it down below 15. So I said, all right. She said, have you been taking your you know, metformin? I'm on something that's a different name than metformin. I said, no, because it makes me very ill and I haven't been taking it regularly. So that's a no-no also. So she gave me my first dose of insulin and then took a blood test about 20 minutes later. My blood sugar went down to 16.5. And then they did some blood work. I forget the name of the test. I'll have to put it here somewhere. Osmo something. That, you know, because when you're diabetic, you urinate more frequent. But if you're not drinking, if you're dehydrated and not having enough fluid or something, it leaves like sediment in your blood. I don't know. So I was highly dehydrated from these blood tests. So they gave me some fluid and oh man, it wasn't on a pump. It was like a drip. So it was so slow and I had to keep my arm a certain way or it would drip even slower. Anyway, I hate when they flush your line. You can taste the saline in your body. Ugh. Oh well. Anyway, the staff was very nice. So I was, there for many hours at that point. And then they tested, my blood sugar. It was like 13 something. They gave me another dose of insulin. And then finally, by the end of everything, by the time I got home, I left with an insulin, with a blood sugar reading of 11. It was a lot better than 23, but still high. I was starving. Like, I felt really dizzy and nauseous though. But I was still hungry. Like, I was starting to feel a bit better, but I was so tired and hungry. It was like 12 hours since I've eaten. So the lady said, we want to give you something to eat to see how you tolerate it. So she brings this sandwich that was like, the hospital food is horrendous. I'm sorry. And you know what doesn't make sense to me? I mean, I know it's not a 5-star hotel, but like they gave me a turkey sandwich on brown, but it was like stale brown bread with like one.
So yeah, it just dawned on me that she's going to be doing that to try to get some sort of engagement. Nice try, I guess.
Slice of turkey and butter on it. It was like gross, but I ate some of it because that was the best sandwich when you're starving. Okay, they gave me water, so I ate that in the water. But then they gave me apple juice, like full sugar apple juice, and a full sugar, not diet, low fat, gluten free. It was a whole sugar loaded muffin, apple cinnamon muffin, and I'm thinking, I'm in the hospital in observation for hyperglycemia, and you're giving me sugar, because if I would have eaten that and drank the apple juice with it, they would be giving me more insulin, I'm sure. It was just so weird. I was telling Salam, like, I'm here for hyperglycemia and they're giving me sugar. Anyway, so I didn't eat that. I said, I'm sorry. She's like, hey, you don't have to, she's like, I didn't cook it, so I'm not going to be insulted, about that. I said, no, it's just that, I'm just afraid to have something with sugar. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll I'll take it away. So that was that. They just told me to stay. They didn't prescribe me insulin. They told me to just stay on my, metformin type of drug that I have from Kuwait, and to follow up with, a family doctor, which I don't have, so that won't be happening. So I thought that's where my night ends. She comes in, she says, do you want to go home? Because I think they were going to keep me. And I said, I really want to go home. I'm so tired. I don't have my CPAP. I'm just sweaty from just laying in the little.
Okay, so not one single person could like bring you your CPAP out of all of your family? Really? Like not one single person? Very interesting. Like not one single person wanted to.
Little cot. My bottom hurts so bad, my lower back. Oh, I want to go home. So she let me go home. Yeah, she let me go home. And I thought my night was over. So, she takes out my IV and everything. And I had to go to the parking garage. It's cold, it's dark, it's creepy. I'm on the top floor, the 5th floor of the parking garage. That's where my car's parked, because there was nowhere to park. When I came in, the parking lot was almost full. So, I had to take an elevator. Parking garage elevators are one of the types of elevators I'm the most scared of. You guys know I have issues.
I don't have a fear of like elevators per se, but like I agree with her. Like parking garage elevators, like the creepiest. They're always creaky and they always make noise and stuff, and they're kind of shaky sometimes. They're the worst. I will agree with her on that one.
With elevators, claustrophobia. I got stuck in them before, so I have some trauma there. So I just started trusting elevators again. Since where I live in Kuwait, we take an elevator, right? So, but I'm always with Salah. Anyway, so I go by myself. My phone is dead at this point because I didn't think I would be in the hospital for 12 hours. So I didn't plan right. All right. So the elevator comes, I press the button and I can hear it like boom, 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 going through the levels to come in and get me. I get in 5th floor, the doors close. Everything's fine until I get to the 5th floor. I feel like a little drop and I'm thinking, okay, it's just leveling out. The elevator has to level, because as somebody who's afraid of elevators, I've watched many videos on how they work to help me like desensitize, to help me understand that, I'm going to be okay. The doors don't open and I'm thinking, okay, it's just going to take a while to level. Some elevators do that. Nope, doesn't open. I'm stuck in the elevator. Okay.
Oh, which I don't know if that's true or not, but like that's one of my biggest fears. That kind of happened to me at like a hotel once, but then it just turned out like I didn't do the key card right, but I did something wrong and I thought that I was stuck, but it was definitely user error. Never a dull moment with me, that's for sure.
I got stuck in the parking lot elevator and I'm like, I don't have my phone. What am I going to do? It's freezing. It's not a heated elevator because it's in a parking garage. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in this cold steel metal box trapped. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I start immediately panicking, like that fight or flight response that I'm like, oh my gosh, my worst fear. I'm thinking, but I had to like reason with myself. Okay, my worst fear is happening. What am I going to do? You know? And I'm like, okay, just stay calm. And I'm like, screw this. I took my hand. It was one of those doors that were split. They opened like this. So I just like pried, because I was on the 5th floor. I must have been, like, you know. So I pried the doors open with my hands, and it wasn't fully leveled. So I had to like kind of like step up a bit to get out. So I'm like, that's what happened. It wasn't leveling. So when the doors won't open if the elevator's not leveled for, you know, security features. Well, I pried those doors open, and they opened, and I got out anyways. Like, I'm never taking that elevator. I'm like, see ya. I actually verbally looked at the elevator and flipped it off. I'm not kidding. That was very cross of me, but whew, now I can't ever go back. It will.
And of course, Chantal would be the person to be prying open doors. Like, also, doesn't like the majority of elevators have like an emergency button that you can press if something's wrong, and like people can pick up on the other side, or it calls the fire department or something or other, right? Like, why not just press that button to get help?
And trap me again. See how my dumb mind works. Anyway, so that's my story. That was very scary, and I never want to go through that again.
What, the elevator story, or the fact that you literally spent 12 hours in the hospital from you not being able to control your eating habits?
Pass away from this. Diabetes is just really not something to mess with, and I think I've fully grasped that, having gone through what I've gone through. Every time I think there's a new low and I get a health problem, I think, okay, this is it. But I think this is definitely it, and I can't in good conscience continue to eat crappy food, especially on the channel. No,
same old spiel, another day, and nothing's probably gonna change.
Knowing that I've just revealed to you guys how it affects my health, so I'm going to be focusing on health journey.
Quit talking about change and actually do it. I'll wait.
And, you know, just vlogs and being healthy, and, you know, you could say, well, you're going to lose money, you're going to lose views. I don't care about that for one, but honestly, if you look at my videos, that's not true. My vlogs get more views than my mukbangs anyways. So I just want to share. I just want to help. I don't care about how many views it gets. Like, you know, obviously views are nice, but if I can help somebody and help myself at the same time, it's a win-win. All right, so thanks for listening to my story.
Wait, who are you helping, though? That's my number one question.
I've just been very busy, but I hope to go live and do more content for you guys, yada, yada, yada. So I haven't been feeling the greatest, and when you don't feel great...
Oh, well, she just went yada, 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 so we're not going to get anything super interesting in the foreseeable future.
Can't really do much, you know? So, here's to hoping I get better. All right, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys.
Quit hoping, quit talking, and start doing. You might see some results.
In the next video. Bye.
So yeah, that's that. With that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.